Okay, here we are. 5 chicks have hatched at this point. There's another who's been pipped for quite a while. I guess some of his buddies are trying to get him out of the egg here. They're not drying very quickly, probably largely because the humidity is very high. So I've got condensation on there, but they've been hatching. It's now probably about 1 a.m. and they've been hatching since about 3:30 p.m. or so. And here we have in there 2 porcelain duclei. One got his foot pecked pretty good by his little siblings, or buddies really. They're not siblings. And 3 black or blue mottled. So it's not cleaned out, of course, yet because I haven't opened this up since they've started hatching. So there is 1, 2, and 3. There's some condensation. There's 4, and there is 5 behind the condensation. Here that little one is, and right here we've got an egg pipping on the bottom because the other hatchies were really kind of scooting these around, not so much kicking them, but rolling them around, bumping into them, bumping them against the side of the incubator. So this one ended up, instead of on the side, ended up on the bottom, and there's another one with the same thing going on. So it just probably took them a little bit of time to get readjusted. Let's see if we can see that any better with that condensation. Kind of see the eggshell moving around every time I try and turn the top of the incubator just to get a spot on it that's clear. Gets covered in condensation as well, simply because the eggs are opening in multiple eggs at a time. So with my last hatch of Seromas, I didn't have any extra condensation inside, but this does seem to be helping them hatch really smoothly once they're like really kind of just kicking that egg apart and pipping through it. And then, so let's see, so that's this one. We've got that one. It's really been taking this time. These guys, they actually, yeah, they look like they're half wet still, and that's so much, there's just so much humidity in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and there is 5. And there, back there, we have another one that is hatching from the bottom. We still have 2 where I really can't see any pips on them. But everybody else is. Let's see, there is an angle that I can see that one at the bottom of that one, unless I got it. The condensation may have covered up the spot that I was looking through before to see that one. Down at the bottom. Nope, you can kind of see it at an angle there. See the little one. It's a really narrow, all of the eggs that were the blue black splash were very long, narrow eggs. Kind of like long, narrow, and pointed. So I was a little worried because they weren't as wide as the others, but we've got 2 of them hatching. I haven't had any hatch out yet, but there are 2 of them working on getting through their eggs, so hopefully they can do that without problems as it progresses. Just kind of watching the bottom of the shell push down as he kind of works at his own pace. He or she, I say he because it's a pointed egg, but all three of them were, so that's just probably due to the mom. Kind of seems like when they start at the side and they zip around, and they can, even though they're going through the bottom, it seems like the process is a lot quicker when they start at the side and zip all the way around, including the bottom, as opposed to when they're starting their. And although this one did not start at the bottom, it's just because he had his pip up on the side and they rolled him over. It just seems like, as you know, even though the base of it's not completely like holding the eggshell into place, they can still get it open there. It seems like it's just kind of taking a bit longer, probably because they had to just reorient themselves after they got rolled around, jostled by their little buddies. Let's see if we can still see this one over here. It's so hard to see it through the condensation, so I was just trying to turn the lid without opening it at all. I'm not sure if I'm